In a world saturated with noise, true listening is a rarity. Effective listening is more than just hearing words. It's about tuning into the nuances of their message, both verbal and nonverbal. It's about creating a space where people feel heard, validated, and understood. Mastering this skill can transform your personal and professional life, leading to deeper relationships and enhanced communication. When you actively listen to someone, you demonstrate respect, build trust, and open doors for meaningful connections. Think about a time when someone truly listened to you. How did it make you feel? Chances are you felt valued and understood. Throughout this guide, we will explore the fundamentals of effective listening and equip you with practical techniques to enhance your listening skills. Listening is not a passive activity. It's a conscious choice to engage fully with the speaker, to understand their perspective, and to create a space for open communication. This active process requires effort, empathy, and a genuine desire to connect with others. By honing your listening skills, you gain a deeper understanding of the people around you, their motivations, and concerns. This understanding paves the way for stronger relationships and more effective collaboration. Effective listening is a powerful tool for resolving conflicts and building consensus. This guide will empower you to become a more effective listener, unlocking a world of understanding and connection. Listening goes far beyond simply hearing words. It's about actively engaging with the speaker, seeking to understand their message on multiple levels. It involves tuning into their tone of voice, paying attention to their body language, and sensing the emotions behind their words. Effective listening requires us to quiet our own thoughts and judgments, creating a space for the speaker to feel truly heard. Imagine having a conversation with someone whose eyes are glued to their phone. Do you feel heard? Valued? Probably not. Now imagine the opposite, someone who puts aside all distractions, makes eye contact, and leans in as you speak. That feeling of being truly heard is the essence of effective listening. The benefits of active listening extend far beyond simply improving communication. When we truly listen to others, we build bridges of understanding and empathy. In the workplace, active listening fosters collaboration and innovation. When team members feel heard, they are more likely to share their ideas, leading to more creative solutions. In our personal lives, active listening strengthens our bonds with loved ones. It allows us to provide meaningful support and celebrate each other's successes with genuine joy. Ultimately, active listening is a gift we give to ourselves as much as it is to others. Listening exists on a spectrum, ranging from complete inattention to deep, empathetic engagement. Understanding these levels of listening is crucial for developing our ability to connect with others effectively. At the lowest end of the spectrum, we have ignoring, where we simply block out all incoming information. Pretending to listen is a step above ignoring, but it's still a form of disengagement. Moving up the spectrum, we encounter selective listening, where we only pay attention to the parts of a conversation that interest us. While selective listening may seem harmless, it can lead to misunderstandings and missed opportunities for connection. To truly reap the benefits of listening, we must strive for higher levels of engagement. At its most basic level, listening can be completely absent. This is ignoring, a state where we are simply not paying attention to the sounds around us. Our minds might be preoccupied with other thoughts, or we might be consciously choosing to block out external stimuli. Imagine someone talking to you while you're engrossed in a captivating book or deeply absorbed in your own thoughts. Their words wash over you like waves on a distant shore, barely registering in your consciousness. Ignoring can be a deliberate act of shutting out the world, or it can be an unconscious byproduct of distraction or preoccupation. This lack of acknowledgement can be hurtful and damaging to relationships, creating distance and fostering feelings of insignificance. A step above ignoring, but still far from true listening, is pretending. Here, we give the illusion of listening, mimicking the outward signs of engagement while our minds wander elsewhere. We might nod our heads, utter the occasional mm-hmm, or even parrot back a few of the speaker's words, all the while thinking about something completely different. This charade of attention might fool the speaker temporarily, but it's unlikely to hold up for long. Our body language often betrays our true level of engagement, and our inability to recall even the gist of the conversation reveals the shallowness of our attention. Pretending to listen is a dangerous game. It erodes trust and creates a false sense of connection. This type of superficial listening does little to build relationships or foster understanding. Section 3. Selective listening. Hearing what we want to hear. As we move up the spectrum of listening, we encounter selective listening. This level involves paying attention to only certain parts of a message, typically those that align with our existing beliefs or interests. Imagine listening to a political speech. A selective listener might only pay attention to the points that support their own political stance, ignoring any counter-arguments. This type of biased listening reinforces our existing biases and prevents us from engaging with new ideas or perspectives. While selective listening allows us to process information more efficiently, it can also lead to misunderstandings and missed opportunities for growth. When we only hear what we want to hear, we limit our understanding of the world and the people around us. Section 4. Attentive listening, tuning in, and focusing. Attentive listening marks a significant shift from passive hearing to active engagement. At this level, we make a conscious effort to focus our attention on the speaker and their message, both verbal and nonverbal. Imagine listening to a friend share a personal story. An attentive listener would make eye contact, nod their head to show understanding, and use verbal cues like "tell me more" to encourage the speaker. Attentive listening is characterized by a genuine desire to understand the speaker's perspective, even if we don't necessarily agree with them. It's about being present in the moment, fully focused on the speaker and their message. This level of listening builds trust, fosters connection, and lays the foundation for meaningful communication. Section 5. Empathetic listening, connecting through understanding. Empathetic listening represents the highest level of listening, requiring not only our full attention, but also our emotional intelligence and capacity for empathy. At this level, we go beyond simply understanding the speaker's words. We strive to connect with the emotions and feelings underlying their message. Imagine a colleague confiding in you about a personal struggle. An empathetic listener wouldn't just listen to the facts of the situation. They would try to understand the emotional impact on their colleague. They might say something like, "That sounds incredibly difficult. I can only imagine how challenging this must be for you." Empathetic listening is about creating a safe space for vulnerability and emotional expression. This level of listening fosters deep connections and mutual understanding. Beyond words, the power of nonverbal communication. While words are the building blocks of language, nonverbal cues often speak volumes. In the realm of listening, paying attention to nonverbal communication is just as crucial as deciphering the spoken word. Body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and even silence itself can convey a wealth of information about the speaker's emotional state and intentions. By tuning into these nonverbal cues, we gain a deeper understanding of the speaker's true feelings and the unspoken messages they might be conveying. This heightened awareness allows us to respond with greater sensitivity and empathy, fostering a more authentic and meaningful connection. The dance of listening, a reciprocal exchange. True listening is not a one-way street. It's a dynamic and reciprocal exchange between the speaker and the listener. It's a dance that requires both parties to be fully present, engaged, and willing to meet each other with openness and understanding. Just as a skilled dancer leads and follows in perfect harmony, effective communication relies on the listener's ability to both receive and respond with empathy and attentiveness. When we listen deeply, we create a space for the speaker to feel heard, validated, and understood. This, in turn, encourages them to open up further, sharing their thoughts and feelings more freely. In this way, listening becomes a collaborative act of meaning-making. where both parties contribute to a deeper understanding of each other and the world around them. Active listening, engaging with intention. Active listening is a powerful technique that transforms hearing into a dynamic, participatory process. It's about consciously choosing to focus your attention on the speaker and their message, both verbal and nonverbal. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's sharing a problem. An active listener wouldn't just hear the words, they would observe their friend's body language, notice their tone of voice, and pay attention to the emotions being expressed. This active engagement not only helps the listener understand the speaker more deeply, but also makes the speaker feel heard, validated, and supported. Active listening is a skill that takes practice, but the rewards are immense. By becoming more conscious of our listening habits, we can cultivate deeper connections, resolve conflicts more effectively, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Section 2. Listening for the unsaid, deciphering the subtext. Sometimes the most important messages are communicated not through words, but through the subtle nuances hidden beneath the surface. Listening for the unsaid requires us to tune into the speaker's nonverbal cues, their tone of voice, their body language, and even their silences. Imagine a colleague telling you about a recent success, but their voice lacks enthusiasm and their smile seems strained. A perceptive listener would pick up on these subtle cues and might gently inquire, "You seem a bit hesitant. Is there something else going on?" By acknowledging the unspoken emotions, we create a safe space for the speaker to share more fully and authentically. Listening for the unsaid also involves paying attention to what's not being said. These omissions can be just as revealing as the words themselves, providing valuable insights into the speaker's thoughts and feelings. Section 3. Listening with your senses, tuning into intuition. While our ears are the primary instruments of listening, true understanding often extends beyond the auditory realm. Listening with your senses involves tapping into your intuition, that gut feeling that tells you when something isn't quite right, or when there's more to a story than meets the eye. Imagine a friend telling you they're fine after a difficult breakup, but your intuition tells you otherwise. You might gently probe deeper, asking, "Are you sure? I'm here for you if you need someone to talk to." Intuition can be a powerful tool for discerning the emotions behind the words, picking up on subtle cues that our conscious mind might miss. It's about trusting your gut feeling and being open to the possibility that there's more to a situation than what's being explicitly communicated. However, it's important to use intuition with care. While it can guide us towards a deeper understanding, it's crucial to avoid making assumptions or projecting our own interpretations onto the speaker's words. Section 4. The Art of Silence, Embracing the Power of Pause. In a world that often feels rushed and noisy, silence can feel uncomfortable, even awkward. However, in the context of listening, silence is a powerful tool, allowing both the speaker and the listener to process information, gather their thoughts, and connect on a deeper level. Imagine a friend sharing a painful experience. After they finish speaking, instead of rushing to fill the silence with words, a skilled listener might simply offer a comforting touch, their silence speaking volumes of empathy and understanding. Silence allows the speaker to fully express themselves without interruption, while also giving the listener time to absorb the information and formulate a thoughtful response. It creates a space for reflection, contemplation, and a deeper connection to emerge. Embracing silence in conversations might feel counterintuitive at first, but it's a skill worth cultivating. By resisting the urge to fill every pause with words, we create space for more meaningful and authentic communication to unfold. Reframing is a powerful listening technique that involves guiding the speaker to view a situation from a different perspective. Imagine a friend who's feeling discouraged after a job interview. They might fixate on a mistake they made. A skilled listener could help them shift focus from self-criticism to a growth mindset. Instead of dwelling on the mistake, the listener might say, "Every interview is a learning opportunity." By reframing, the listener helps their friend see the interview as a stepping stone. Reframing is also effective in conflict resolution. It helps parties see each other's perspectives, facilitating understanding and resolution. Reflecting is a powerful listening technique that involves accurately identifying and reflecting back the speaker's emotions. It's like holding up a mirror to their feelings, allowing them to feel truly heard and understood. Imagine a friend expressing frustration about a difficult coworker. A skilled listener might reflect back the emotion they're hearing. It sounds like you're feeling really frustrated. This act of acknowledging and validating emotions can be incredibly powerful. It shows we're attuned to their emotional experience. While techniques like reframing and reflecting are valuable tools, true mastery lies in cultivating the art of presence. Presence means showing up fully for the speaker, being completely present in the moment. It's about putting aside our own thoughts and simply being with the speaker. Imagine someone who makes steady eye contact, whose body language is open and receptive. That feeling of being fully present is the essence of true listening. It's a rare gift that can transform our relationships. While active listening involves our mental focus, attending behaviors are the physical manifestations of that engagement. These subtle cues signal to the speaker that we are fully present, receptive, and genuinely interested in what they have to say. Imagine yourself as the speaker. Wouldn't you feel more encouraged if the person listening to you maintained eye contact, nodded their head in understanding, and leaned in slightly as you spoke? These nonverbal cues, though seemingly small, communicate volumes about our level of engagement and can make the speaker feel heard, valued, and respected. One of the most important attending behaviors is open body posture. This involves facing the speaker directly, uncrossing your arms and legs, and leaning in slightly to show interest. Avoid fidgeting or looking around the room, as this can convey boredom or disinterest. Maintaining appropriate eye contact is another crucial aspect of attending behavior. This doesn't mean staring intensely at the speaker, which can be intimidating, but rather making regular eye contact to show that you're paying attention. In addition to open body posture and eye contact, nodding your head shows you're following along. Tilting your head conveys empathy. Smiling creates a warmer atmosphere. Verbal cues like "I see" or "tell me more" show active listening. Combining these cues deepens understanding and connection. Be present, attentive, and genuinely interested. As we've explored throughout this guide, mastering the art of effective listening is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It's a skill that requires continuous practice, patience, and a genuine desire to connect with others on a deeper level. By honing our listening skills, we unlock a world of understanding, empathy, and connection that enriches our lives in countless ways. Imagine a world where people truly listen to each other, where conversations were not just exchanges of words, but opportunities for shared understanding and growth. Conflicts could be resolved more peacefully, relationships would flourish, and we would navigate the complexities of life with greater empathy and compassion. While achieving such a utopian vision might seem like a lofty goal, every step we take towards becoming better listeners brings us closer to that ideal. When we prioritize listening in our interactions, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. We inspire others to do the same, fostering a culture of empathy, respect, and understanding. The journey to becoming a more effective listener begins with awareness. By understanding the different levels of listening, the common barriers to effective communication, and the powerful techniques that can enhance our listening skills, we empower ourselves to make conscious choices about how we engage with others. Remember, listening is not a passive activity. It's an active and intentional choice we make in every interaction. It's about quieting our internal dialogue, setting aside our own agendas, and showing up fully for the speaker, offering them our undivided attention and empathy. As you embark on this journey of mastering the art of effective listening, be patient with yourself. Like any skill worth developing, it takes time, practice, and a willingness to stumble along the way. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the small victories, and never underestimate the transformative power of truly listening to another human being. The rewards, both personal and interpersonal, are immeasurable.